What's going on YouTube? It's Chris from Out West with Chris, and I'm back to do another unboxing. This is the Hunter's Haul. Ah, there we go. This is the Western Big Game box, the advanced box for August 2018. Yes, that's what it is. It's August 2018. So I kind of talked about this in the last video where I opened the July box, but Hunter's Haul has kind of changed formats a little bit, and I think it's a really cool change. They still have the lower tier and then the upper tier. The lower tier costs $43.99, the upper tier $109. But what they've gone and changed is they've actually let you get species specific, and they have some different options. They have a whitetail box, a Western Big Game box, which is basically geared towards mule deer and elk hunting. They also have a predator box, which is pretty cool, and then a turkey box and a waterfowl box. So you got a lot of different options when you're signing up. So if you just hunt turkey, you don't have to get stuff for whitetail deer hunt. As I'm opening the box, I also mention, as I do every time that I remember, that I did not pay for this box. All right, so the Western Big Game box, let's start with the Pro, and we're gonna start with the snack because I'm hungry. This is from Rugged Meats. It's a snack stick. What do we got? Wild boar, sriracha flavored. Psh, that's cool. That's really good. I like this. Now I like the snacks being in here. You know, I eat them usually while I'm reviewing, but I also do go reorder. And Rugged Meats is a company I have reordered from. You know, I like their stuff, and I wouldn't have known about them if it wasn't for Hunter's Haul. So now let's go to the next item in the Pro, and that next item is a $20 value. I think you could find these a little bit cheaper on Amazon, but the MSRP is 20 bucks, $19.99. And it's a life straw. If you don't know what a life straw is, I don't know where you've been hiding, but basically a life straw is an instant filter. Filters a lot of stuff out so that you could drink water from like a creek and not have to worry about, you know, getting sick, getting diarrhea, getting really sick and dying, which is always a possibility. So this is great. There's a lot of streams that are up in the mountains where I hunt. And you know, I've drank out of them before, never gotten sick, but that doesn't mean that the next time I drink out of them there couldn't be a bug in one of them. So these are really cool, really lightweight, compact ways to filter water, and you could use it just like a straw right from a creek, or you could fill up a container and drink from it. I have several life straws. 90% of the time I actually have one of these in my pack when I'm hunting. My lighting is way jacked up. It's pretty bright outside, and that's screwing things up. But whatever. Next up is an item from Gear Aid, and we've seen a lot of stuff from Gear Aid for, you know, fixing stuff, you know, fixing gear, patching gear, you know, that type of thing. This one is right here, and this is some water repellent from Gear Aid. It's a $9.99 value, and I'm gonna have to use this. I'm gonna have to try it out. Quick dry, long lasting, and aids in breathability. So it says on the bottle, which I'm gonna read from, you can spray it on tents, rain gear, shoes for instant protection from water. It's safe for nylon, leather, suede, and waterproof breathable fabrics. It looks like it's pretty easy to use, pretty simple, just spray it on. Next up is another item from Stanley. We've gotten a few items from Stanley in Hunter's Haul, which I'm fine with. Stanley makes some good mugs and, you know, just stuff like that. This is the Mountain Vacuum Switchback mug. So it is an insulated wall, stainless steel mug, 5 hours hot, 7 hours cold, 24 hours iced, 12 ounces, and let me see if I can figure out. So basically, you got a little thingy right here to keep dirt and dust and grime from getting in, and then you got a trigger right there, so there you go. This will be good for coffee, for water. So again, the Stanley Mountain Vacuum Switchback mug, a couple items over the last year from Stanley. and they've been quality items in my experience messing around with them and using them. The value on this mug is $25. That seems pretty standard for your, you know, higher end insulated vacuum containers like this. Next up we have an item, and it is from Climate, and it's the V-Seat. And Climate makes a wide variety of like inflatable items. They store really small, like this. Couple puffs of air. And you have yourself a seat cushion. So if you're, you know, these are great for around the camp if you're sitting on a log or something like that, or you just want to add a little comfort to your campsite. You know, I don't really use these seat cushions very often. Not when I'm out hunting, but I have their pillow and a sleeping pad, and that gets used by me and my family when we're out camping from time to time. And you know, we'll keep this around. This isn't bad. Heck, I could use this on my kayak, right? For a little extra cushion for my tush when I'm out there on those long days. So pretty cool. I like them because they store really small and they're pretty reliable. I haven't heard too many complaints of, you know, Climates getting broken or punctured. They're really well made. That is a $15 value, this guy right here. And that is the last item that is in the Pro Box. Like I said before, the Pro Box costs you about 44 bucks. You got quite a bit of stuff in there. And to me, it looks like the value's there. So let's go ahead and move on to the Advanced Box. And there are two items in the Advanced Box. Both are from Browning. The first is the Browning Speed Phase Glove. And I'm really interested to check these out. This is them. These are almost like a liner glove. So that's cool. Pretty lightweight glove. They fit nice. They've got like an extended cuff. I use a lot of wool gloves, but sometimes having a liner is a good thing, especially if it's really cold and snowy and that type of thing. One thing that I encounter when I'm out hunting quite a bit, and when I am hunting, usually it's anywhere from a mile to 3 miles of hiking in and a mile to 3 miles of hiking out. Sometimes the gloves that I have, they get too warm. Like even though it's freaking cold, sometimes it's easy to overheat in all of the stuff you're wearing. When I'm out hunting, I try to layer up pretty good, but the style of hunting that we do is we hike in, we stop, we look around, we move, we stop, we look around, and a lot of times you want to wear something that's warm enough for those periods of time when you're stopping, so you don't freeze your butt off then, but not too heavy to where you're sweating when you're moving. You know, working up a little body heat, that's perfect, you know, but the minute you start to sweat, you know, when you go and stop, then you're really freaking cold. So a nice lightweight glove for elk hunting this year, that's gonna be nice. I like it. So nothing too special or fancy about these gloves. They have a nice little camo pattern. They do have like a little tacky material, almost like a mechanic's glove kind of, but not as aggressive. So that tacky material is just kind of built onto the fabric. They feel comfortable. I like these gloves. They'll be used. I'll definitely get some use out of them. So $25 value. And now to the last item in the Advanced Box, and it's another clothing item. Now that personally is something I'm okay with. I've got some great clothing items from Hunter's Hall over the past year and a half. Stuff that I just wear randomly, stuff I wear when I'm hunting, but just stuff I wear. I actually use this stuff. So that's kind of cool. It's a welcome thing for me. So like I mentioned before, it is another item from Browning, and this looks nice. And this is a good little thing for layering. It's a vest. It's the Browning Speed Backcountry Vest. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice and comfortable. Feels good. This is gonna be good for layering. So the value on the vest, this nice comfortable vest. I'm not really a vest guy, but I might be wearing a vest around every now and then just in my everyday life because it's pretty comfortable. So value on this vest though is $130. Might seem a little bit steep, but if you go look at, you know, any Under Armour hunt or Setlock or, you know, Sitka. Man, hunting clothing, it's outrageous sometimes how much these companies charge. And, you know, they're going to say, hey, there's a lot of tech in there and that type of thing. I feel fortunate that I've gotten some of this clothing in Hunter's Hall before. So with all of that said and done, the overall value on the Western Big Game Advanced Box is $226. You paid $110 basically. So that's pretty cool. Good value. I like the vest, I like the gloves. I don't really see anything in here that I dislike. I don't see anything in here that I'm not going to use, except for the life straw. I just have so many of them, and that's not Hunter's Hall's fault, right? They're a good thing to throw in your pack when you're out hunting. And maybe I won't use that climate seat just because I don't use those. I don't know, I might find some use for it somewhere. If this is a new video to you, you're interested in possibly learning more about Hunter's Hall, you can go to their website. I'll have a link in the description down below. If you do decide to sign up, be sure to use the promo code. I'll have it on the screen, like right in this area. You know, the promo code. You can get a little bit of a discount and save some money off of your first box. So that's pretty cool, right? Of all the subscription boxes that I have opened over the past 3 years on a consistent basis, Hunter's Hall, to me, is the one that continuously packs the most value. You're getting all name brand stuff, no knockoffs. I don't think I've seen a single knockoff item in a Hunter's Hall. It's all been brand named. I like that. I like getting this gear, stuff that maybe I would think twice about buying if I was at a Bass Pro or a Cabela's or just a Sportsman's Warehouse or something like that. You know, I'm thinking, that's a $130 vest. It's cool, I'd like it, but I probably won't buy it. Lo and behold, something like this shows up in a Hunter's Hall. That's happened to me a few times. As always, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on the contents of the box, how you think this is all shaping out with the split out of the different species, so the different themes you can sign up for the box, and just your overall thoughts. If you have questions, I'd love to hear those too. You can answer those and leave your comments down in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, I've got some videos on the screen. Maybe you'll like them, maybe you won't. But if you do like those videos, and this is some stuff that interests you, think about subscribing. If you do subscribe, hit that bell notification icon just so you know when I actually upload a video. Beyond that, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it when you do. Don't forget to take advantage of that coupon code if you sign up for Hunter's Hall. That's all I got. Thanks for getting out west with Chris.